All right, here's the single most important thing, most important variable for an entrepreneur. If you want to maximize your return on life, if you want to create a business that absolutely smashes and you don't lose your mind in the process, you have to dial in your sleep. Nothing will impact your productivity, your effectiveness, your mood more than your sleep. I promise you, nothing else comes even remotely close. And I'm saying that as a person who had really terrible sleep hygiene for the majority of my life. And it's only been in the last 3 to 4 years since I invested very heavily in my sleep protocols that I've seen the benefits of this. And I go, oh my God, it's night and day. Sleep is the most non-negotiable thing in my life. And so I want to share with you a couple of ideas, a couple of rules, ground rules that I follow, very simple, that I think will help you get the most out of your sleep right now. The first one is you need to set a bedtime. I believe that you could solve most of your life's problems by simply going to bed on time. And I know that sounds like a wild statement. But here's the thing, is by having the structure and the routine, not about when you wake up, but about when you go to sleep, then it changes the paradigm. Instead of now setting the alarm and having to force yourself out of bed at this time because you went to bed at 11, it was a little bit later than you meant to do, right? Now you only got 6 hours of sleep. Well, if you just went to bed when you said you were going to go to bed and you created the routine, your body starts to get into this rhythm. Your body has such a thing called your circadian rhythm. And you don't want to disrupt that because the most important thing that sets your circadian rhythm is when you go to sleep. And so setting a standardized time where you always stick to it, I don't care if that's 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, doesn't matter. It matters that you have a bedtime, that your body is getting into the pattern, into the routine and saying, this is when I go to sleep. And then you can create you can backfill the nightly evening schedule before that to make sure that you're optimized for going to bed and being in the right state of mind. I'll talk about that in just a second, but that right there, having a bedtime has been incredibly transformative for myself. I'm in bed every night by 9 o'clock. I'm usually passed out by 9:30. I try to limit how much screens I have access to, and I try to do boring things right before I go to bed so that I'm not overly stimulated. And in that, one of my big rules is that I have to stop working at least 2 hours before bed. I have to get away from my work. I have to shut it off, stop checking emails, stop worrying about whatever, and just go and start to unwind and relax. That's critical. Now, as I'm laying in bed, this is my pro tip to you. If you want to become a person who jumps out of bed in the morning with energy, if you don't consider yourself a morning person, then listen up because I'm not either. But this has been the trick, is as you're laying in bed, I want you to visualize waking up. I want you to visualize what it's going to feel like. And I want you to program your mind to expect that you are going to wake up at 5 o'clock. When that alarm goes off, you're going to snap awake. You're going to feel instantly energized. You're going to be excited to jump out of bed in the same way that you would be excited to jump out of bed at 3 a.m. to go to the airport, to get on a plane because you're going on vacation with your friends. In that same way that you're just so excited to get out of bed and go do the thing, I want you to visualize that before you go to bed. And now when you wake up, what do you think is going to be one of the first things you think about? Well, it's probably going to be the last thing you thought about. And so the last thing that you thought about was, I'm going to wake up excited. The first thing you think about when you wake up is, holy crap, I'm excited. And it makes it that much easier. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. That has been my little secret hack. Now, here's the other thing that I do. Now, I have all sorts of crazy routines around sleeping in a really cold bed. I have an 8 sleep mattress that keeps the room chilled, right? I have all these other things. I have an eye mask so that my sleep is in complete pitch dark. I have mouth tape, so I'm encouraged to breathe through my nose. And I have earplugs. Actually, I have earphones that sit flush inside my ears from this company called Oslo. They're fantastic. You can sleep on your side, doesn't hurt, doesn't get in the way, they don't fall out. Very, very comfortable. And I put in white noise so that no sounds. My cat's in the other room trying to wake me up. Doesn't matter. Can't hear him, right? I'm sleeping through the night, baby. So pitch dark, breathe through my nose, earphones. But here's the thing that I do. As I put all that stuff, my equipment, my sleeping equipment on, I lay in bed, I visualize what the next morning is going to be like. and I smile to myself. I actually physically smile. And as I'm staring at the blackness on the other side of my eyelids, I tell myself, today was a good day and tomorrow is going to be even better. And I smile as I drift off. Doesn't even matter if the day was actually a real shit day. I smile through it as I drift off. Who do you think is going to have a better night's sleep? The person who fell asleep smiling with the message, today was a good day, tomorrow's going to be better, and I'm going to wake up excited to tackle the day. Or the person who goes to bed with their thoughts swirling at 1,000,000 miles an hour, trying to calm down, trying to bring down their heart rate, trying to shut out all of the stresses from the day, right? It's pretty clear who's going to have a better sleep. And that person who has the better sleep is going to wake up and they're going to have called their shot. They're going to wake up with energy. They're going to be excited to go and tackle whatever the thing is. And that's the other side too, is have something that you wake up to do. Like have a routine. Have something that requires you to get out of bed. It doesn't really matter what it is. For me, it's I need to get out of bed because the first thing that I do is 15 minutes of priming. I have a job to do. You don't get out of bed. Don't expect yourself to wake up early with no idea of what needs to be done first, because your mind will just say, well, I don't know what I need to do. I might as well go back to sleep. You need to be very clear about what the thing is that you need to do first so that you can get out of bed with energy and go tackle it, get the momentum built up. And that right there, my friends, is, I can't tell you how impactful that sleep is. Like 80% of your problems would be solved simply by getting your sleep dialed. So hopefully this helps you on that journey. If it doesn't, well, I am truly sorry for you. I'm just kidding. I did another video on this topic on the main Anthony Vicino YouTube channel. Go check that out, where I go deep, very deep, like a 20-minute video into sleep protocols. If this video didn't help you, maybe that one will. And I will see you guys in the next episode.